Today on Forbes, here's how much John Thune, the new Senate Majority Leader, is worth. It has been 17 years since Republicans in the Senate were led by someone other than Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell. But in November, they chose a new leader, South Dakota Senator John Thune, McConnell's deputy since 2019. Among his priorities is regulatory reform. At a press conference following his election, Thune said, quote, "We will work to make America prosperous again by streamlining the bureaucratic machine and overturning costly Biden-Harris regulations." Thune is relatively prosperous himself. More remarkable is the fact that virtually every dollar he's ever made has been thanks to the government, despite the fact that he's a small government conservative. Since he graduated from business school in 1984, the now 63-year-old appears to have worked solely in government-adjacent nonprofits, or lobbying. His largest assets today, as Forbes estimates it, are his federal pension and federal retirement account. Beyond that, a Sioux Falls, South Dakota home worth around $500,000 and some diversified investments worth between $330,000 and $1 million round out his financial picture. Add it all up, and Forbes estimates that he is worth $3 million today, almost all of it courtesy of taxpayers. Thune was born in Pierre, South Dakota's capital, in 1961. His father was a Navy pilot in World War II and later a teacher at Thune's high school. His mother was a librarian. Thune left for California to get his bachelor's at Biola University, then returned and secured an MBA from the University of South Dakota in 1984. Beginning in 1989, Thune headed the South Dakota State Republican Party for 2 years, then took over as head of the state's railroad division for another 2 years, and then worked for a nonprofit. His couple of years in state government secured him a pension that will pay him about $940 per month starting in 2026, an asset Forbes estimates is worth about $90,000. In 1996, the then 35-year-old won South Dakota's only House seat. It came with a salary of $133,600. Thune ran for the U.S. Senate in 2004 and unseated Tom Daschle, the sitting leader of the Democratic caucus. Thune hasn't faced a competitive election since, running unopposed in 2010 and winning over 2/3 of the vote in 2016 and 2022. His stable job, which today comes with a salary of $174,000, helped him vault up the ranks of Republican leadership in the Senate. He became conference whip, or second in command, in 2019. Years in government also added value to his federal pension, which Forbes estimates is worth around $750,000 today. And assuming he's been making regular contributions and getting matching funds, his thrift savings plan, the government equivalent of a 401k, is likely worth around $1 million. The roughly $1.85 million in retirement assets, around $500,000 in home equity, and a diversified investment portfolio of between $330,000 and $1 million, all round out to about $3 million, almost all of which is attributable in one form or another to government work. The exception is his wife Kimberly's IRA, presumably funded by her work as an executive at Sanford Health Plan, the second largest health insurer in the Dakotas. Upon becoming majority leader in January, Thune will get a raise from $174,000 to $193,400. The bump up will help compensate for the increased demands of the job, including managing his caucus's relationship with a mercurial billionaire president who has already threatened to try to bypass the Senate if they do not confirm his cabinet nominees. On the Senate floor on November 14th, Thune said, quote, "The American people handed President Trump and Senate Republicans a decisive victory, and now the real work begins, delivering on our agenda." For full coverage, check out Kyle Kahn Mullins' piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.